Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today, we're going to be doing another collective reading. This is going to be marked as timeless, simply because time is an illusion, energy is fluid. Whenever you find this reading, the message is going to be most relevant for you. I may talk about some things that are currently happening during the section of linear time that I'm filming this in. However, it finds you when it's meant to. Clear. All right, so let's get into this and let's see what energies we're picking up on today. What does Spirit want us to know? What does Spirit want us to talk about? What guidance? I am using the Starseer's Tarot. This is what I was guided to pull out for you guys, and so we'll see what the cards have to say. What's going on? What messages does Spirit have for the collective at this time? We got Justice as the first card out here. All right, we're going to get a little bit more energy. Justice, equality, fairness, balance, right? We got a lot of karmic clearing going on right now. A lot of closure, right? As we are wrapping things up, wrapping up cycles, making way for new beginnings. We also have the Queen of Swords coming out with the Death card. All right, so this is really interesting energy here. Let's take a look at this for a moment, kind of feel into this. This to me feels like somebody speaking their truth. Somebody who has finally really, this is the cycle that some people are closing out right now. This cycle has been one where you haven't been able to use your voice, right? And this is interesting because boundaries was a huge energy that came up in the reading that we did yesterday. And so this is, I think, for some kind of piggybacking off of that energy too. The energy of being able to set boundaries, being able to speak your truth, to stand up for what you believe in for some people. It's there was difficulty doing that in the past. And now it's like you're finally able to, I mean, look how relaxed she looks in this picture. This is not your typical Queen of Swords. A lot of times the Queen of Swords has this energy that's a little bit, what do we want to say? She's intense, right? She's intimidating. And in this card, she's just hanging out, right? She looks very pensive. She's kind of pondering. She's got her sword there, but she's not brandishing it. It's simply at her side. She's ready to use it if she needs to. But she's not on the defensive or the offensive, really, right? She's simply being. And so there's an energy here, and that's another energy that I'm picking up for some, is that energy of learning how to simply be, learning how to get out of the offensive or the defensive position, right? Because once again, that's an example of black and white polarized thinking, right? We have to either be on the offense or the defense. We can be on neither, but we can be ready to do either if the need arises. And so that's sort of the energy for some too, is this energy of coming into presence. But for the majority of people, the majority of the message that I'm getting here, it's very much about learning how to speak your truth, learning how to stand up for yourself, learning how to stand in your power, and how to be comfortable there, right? There's a level of comfort in this card. So this is like learning how to be comfortable with the self. That's part of what this transformation is. Learning how to be comfortable being who we are, expressing who we are, expressing our thoughts, our opinions, our needs, our wants, and really making sure that those are met. There's this are met. There's this energy of balance here with the Justice card, right? And this is a Libran energy. Libran and a Scorpionic energy here, all right? So it's this energy of really bringing things into balance, creating those reciprocal relationships, right? Ensuring that that we're not giving more than we're receiving, and vice versa, right? That there is this energy of give and take. And this is also for some people, I think, this week. This is either something that's going to be happening or something that has recently happened. There was this energy of getting something off your chest that was really weighing on you. Something that really needed to be spoken. And it was like, that's the energy, right? It's like the words I was trying to speak and the words just kept getting stuck in my throat. I couldn't get them out. And so for some of you guys, this is what this cycle has been all about, is this energy of not being able to get the words out, not being able to speak the things that needed to be spoken. And there was a heaviness that weighed on you because of this. And now that heaviness has been released because you're finally learning how to do this and feeling, and like we said, even more importantly, feeling comfortable doing this. Yeah, and it's really interesting because we see in this card the concentration here, right? And it's not like strained concentration though. But then look at the woman on the flip side. Look how confident she looks. Look how focused and ready. Yeah. So it's this energy also that we're coming into this week, or whenever, right, you view this reading, that will be the week that we're talking about here. This energy of a deeper level of confidence, of knowing what you want and knowing that you deserve it. There's a big energy of that, knowing that you deserve it, knowing that you're worthy of it. And there's just, it's like, there's just a level of peace. There's a level of peace that we're achieving. And there's a level, it's a peace, and it's a peace that comes from speaking your peace. We have the Queen of Wands, right? That's that energy that we were picking up on. All right? That is that confident, magnetic energy. That joyful energy. There's so much freedom in this picture, right? This Queen of Wands, she looks very free. She's very charismatic. She's joyful. So it's like really reclaiming your joy this week. Reclaiming your peace and reclaiming your joy. For some people, I feel almost like it's like in the past, you were putting up with something, or you were allowing a situation to continue that did not resonate with you and that made you feel trapped in some way because you couldn't really be who you truly were. Or it was holding you back. You were allowing something or someone to hold you back out of guilt, out of this sense of, what is it when you feel like you owe somebody something? Not responsibility. There's a different word for it that I can't think of right now. But you guys know what I mean, right? You were allowing something or someone to hold you back. You were dimming your shine, right? In this picture, she is not dimming her shine at all. She is shining bright for all to see, right? But that's what you were doing because you felt like obligation. That's the word I'm looking for. There was a sense of obligation there. And so you're really releasing that energy, that sense of obligation, because you're realizing that you are entitled to your own peace. You are entitled to your own joy. And everybody else's joy, everybody else's peace is their own responsibility. It's not yours. And so that's some of that energy from what came through in the reading yesterday too, right? It was about putting down what's not yours. And we've been talking about this for a while now, right? Put that down. It doesn't belong to you. Your peace is your responsibility. Your joy is your responsibility. Your energy, your actions, your reactions. Everybody else's, not so much. And so this has been a big lesson that a lot of us have been learning here. And it's really, it's a huge transformation for some, this understanding that we have the Hanged Man here, right? So that is the epiphany. That's the realization here. Yeah, and the way that it fell out was almost inverted. And so what it feels like to me is like, there was sort of this pause, there was this stalemate, there was this stagnant, this energy that wasn't able to move forward. And it wasn't able to move forward because you weren't able to move, because you felt obligated to stay where you were. All right? And this is really interesting too, because this is totally piggybacking on Divine Conversations did a reading. He's been doing readings on karmic entanglements and karmic cycles and what's closing out. They've been kind of fun. I was able to catch some of his live this morning. We did a video together that's on here on Twin Flames. I think it's under the lives category or informational. I'm not sure. It was a really great talking conversation that we did though. But yes, Divine Conversations was picking up a very similar energy. So I think this is fascinating that this is what's coming through here too, which is very much this energy of, and I don't watch a lot of other readers, so I don't know if other people are picking up on it too, of holding ourselves back because we feel like we owe it to the other people in our lives, the people that we feel obligated to. Like we can only move forward so much because they're not moving forward at the same pace that we are. That's sort of this energy. So it's like, where are we holding ourselves back for other people? Or where are we unable to live in our truth because we're trying to make other people comfortable? Right? When something about us living authentically would make them uncomfortable. And so we're freeing ourselves of that energy and we're able to move forward. And then look at that, 10 of Pentacles. We're able to move into a place of stability, of security. And this is a family card, right? So some of this energy may have to do with family. There may be family members that we've been silencing ourselves around or holding ourselves back around or holding ourselves back for. This can also be energies where we are kind of overcoming that old family programming, right? Where it was that we were programmed to exhibit these energies of codependency, of non-existent boundaries, right? Of hiding ourselves, it's like an energy of falling into the background that I'm feeling for some too. It's like for some people, you're more comfortable in the background, but you've been conditioned to be that way. And this isn't just in this lifetime. This could be from many past lifetimes as well. You've been conditioned to play. It's sort of like the background dancers or the background singers, and then you have the lead vocalist or the lead performer. And it's like you've spent so many lifetimes in the background, including possibly in this lifetime. And now it's like you're learning how to step into center stage. We talk about this all the time. We say taking center stage in our own lives. With that full moon in Leo, that's what this energy is all about that we're building up to, you guys. Or that's a big aspect of it. So there's this energy of being content, of allowing yourself to be content, of allowing yourself to have all the fulfillment that you desire the way that you desire it. Even if what you desire doesn't look like what other people think it should, what your own family maybe doesn't think it should. Even if your family, let's say, doesn't look like your family thinks it should, right? If it's not traditional, you get to choose. There's definitely, with the Hanged Man coupled with the 10 of Pentacles here, there's an energy of breaking from tradition, of turning tradition upside down or on its head, it almost feels like. You get to decide what feels right for you. So there's this huge energy of liberating ourselves and allowing ourselves to make those decisions, to decide what feels right for us, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love that for us. Any final cards here? Got the 7 of Pentacles, and this was on the bottom of the deck at the beginning of the reading here, so I find this really interesting that that's coming out again. What are you growing? What are you creating? What are you nurturing? In this card, 7 of Pentacles in some decks feels like this energy of reevaluating. That's usually one of the things I attribute it to. But in this one, it just looks like, what are you growing? What are you nourishing? Right? Are your roots strong? So there's an energy of putting down strong roots and of really paying attention to. And remember, this card reminds me of the energy that we're in right now, right? We are in the energy of the yellow electric seed. That is the galactic year that we are in, right? So what seeds are you planting, right? How are you nourishing those seeds? This is definitely an energy of looking at our gardens and feeding and really learning how to focus our intention on the things that we want, on the things that are important, on the things that matter to us, right? And really, like, this energy of freedom, when we free ourselves up, when we stop caring about the things that don't matter, when we stop trying to please other people. Think about how much energy at some points in our lives, right, we've put into pleasing other people. And then imagine if you took that energy and you put that energy into something that was actually rewarding for you. And a lot of us have done this. And so if we have done this, or we're in the process of learning this, you know how free that is, right? It is incredibly freeing. So that's like, for some of us, it's like, if you've been feeling especially drained, look at who's around you, right? Look at how much energy are you expending for yourself and what brings you joy, and how much of that energy I don't want to be cruel by saying wasting, but it kind of is like that. How much energy are you wasting on other people? Yeah. And then on the bottom of the deck, right? 10 of Wands. And so this to me feels like putting the burdens down. I know that's typically the 9 of Wands, but that's what I'm feeling from the 10 of Wands. Put those burdens down. Yeah, it's okay to walk away. It's okay to restructure. It's okay to, honestly, I feel like for many people, it's like, just be yourself. Just speak and live your truth. And as you do this, everything that is not meant for you, everyone that is not meant for you will fall away. But you have to be willing to let that happen. Right? And there's a lot of there's a lot of the karmic scales being balanced by you stepping into this energy, stepping into your sovereignty, stepping into your truth. Speaking that, living that, owning that, being proud of that. There's an energy of pride that I feel from this card in a positive way. Sometimes we associate that word with negative connotations, but this is a positive, this is beneficial pride. This is like confidence. This is like, this is knowing your worth, right? Isn't it so interesting how when we finally know our worth, some people try to convince us that that's the ego, right? That we're being full of ourselves. There's like a quote or a meme or something that I really wish I knew I had the thing of right now to read to you guys that really sums up this energy of like when you finally start setting boundaries and standing up for yourself, like the way that energy is perceived by people who are used to you just taking things lying down. People that are used to you caving and catering to them, who are used to you having shallow boundaries. It's like you look like that energy, it feels and looks abrasive to those who are used to you cowering, right? But it's really not. So like, I think the whole point of that is like, don't allow people to make you feel like you're selfish because you're looking out for yourself, right? Because you're caring about your own joy. Don't allow people to make you feel like you are abrasive or unreasonable simply because you now know how to stand your ground. And pay attention to the people that do that. Pay attention because they're telling you something about them, right? When you start standing up for yourselves, when you gain your self-confidence and your sovereignty and people don't like it, there's a reason for that. Why don't they like that? Right? What was their true intention? What was their true agenda with you in the first place? If they're uncomfortable with you being who you truly are, if they're uncomfortable with you being in your power, why? Why does that make that uncomfortable? All right, you guys, I love you. I appreciate you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Strength, 3 of Cups, Emperor, all as I was cutting the deck here. All right, so that's beautiful energy. Beautiful energy of celebration of sovereignty, right? That Leo energy. Yes, and there will be a video on the full moon in Leo coming out shortly. as well as the full moon ceremony. If you guys want to join that, the information for that is in the description box below. We will be doing that on the 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is a live Zoom event. You guys know the drill. If you are interested in donating to the channel, there are links down below to that. My email is also down below with a list of the different services that I offer. Wow, I'm really tongue-tied today, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. I love you. I appreciate you. You're incredible. I will talk to you soon.